Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. My name is Liz. Thanks for tuning in to Flippin' Lizzie. We're off on another adventure today. We're going to go into one of my favorite thrift stores to see if we can find anything fun to flip for a profit. I really appreciate you tuning in, and I love it when you guys click that like and subscribe button. And please do feel free to leave a comment. I've learned from you guys, and actually you guys have been able to help me answer some questions and given me some feedback so that the content I provide, is in alignment with what you guys enjoy. So buckle up. Let's go inside and see what we can find. So we're starting out in the figurines like we often do. And you can see that I am still practicing on my camera work. My shopping style as a picker is to scan very quickly. But when you're doing that with your phone or your camera, it can be a little bit mind-boggling. So rest assured that I'm aware of that. Working on a plan to remedy that as well. But at least you're getting an authentic experience as a picker, because I'm always like bird dogging, I call it. My head's kind of spinning around looking as quickly as I can to see what catches my eye. I've heard other pickers and resellers talk about doing that, how they scan the shelves and it helps them catch more items if they do it quickly. You might find yourself doing that all kinds of places. Farmer's market, looking out the window for wildlife, and something catches your eye. So there were some cute things here, but they were either damaged, common, too expensive, or all of the above. This was interesting. I think this was like that pressed wood, like they pulverize wood and press it into kind of like a resin, and I think Sirocco maybe made some pieces like this. It was so heavy that I couldn't really turn it all the way over with one hand, and then I noticed the significant damage. So at $20 with significant damage, it didn't really make sense what it said on the bottom based on what I know of that type of piece. So I like these luminaries, or like a votive holder. This one's really cute, kind of like art pottery. I think there was a faint mark. I'm always drawn to those. This one was really cute. It kind of had that country rustic thing going. And I'm always drawn to Masonic items, but if they're too specific, that doesn't always sell well for me. Lucite has been everywhere lately, but I'm not sure how I feel about lucite trivets, only because it's amazing to me that they can withstand the heat. And I do already have some of those that haven't sold yet. So you'll see me being pretty particular in this trip. I've been processing an awful lot of merchandise, a lot of inventory, and that does tend to make you think more carefully and pause more. Now this piece caught my eye immediately. At this same store a few months back, I found similar coasters to this piece. This is a Fornasetti piece, and those coasters I think I paid maybe $15 for the set of coasters, but they sold for I think $180. I'll have to double check to be sure, but I know it was a ridiculous amount of money because of Fornasetti, and I can tell you more about that later. About that name, that is. These were very cute, new old stock, but I don't think they were that old. And I turned them over to see if I could find out anything more about them, and their original price is about $21. So at $8 in the thrift, if I wanted to triple my money, and technically they're not brand new, it didn't make much sense. The vases have been really picked over lately at the store. This was actually plastic, which made me sad because it was so interesting with that texture. And I was talking with one of my favorite pickers, my friend John, and he said that he's been going to the store every Wednesday morning. And I've been going Wednesday late afternoon, evening. And this explains why this is picked over. So John, I'm looking for your Easter egg. I'll fill you guys in on this later. John and I have a plan. He's a very generous person, which is one of the reasons he's one of my favorite pickers. He's not greedy and selfish. He's going to leave me a sign. So I'll definitely be catching that on camera the next time I come to the store. Yeah, the vases, there was not a ton here. This was sort of nice, but I wasn't sure that it would sell that great. I have a lot of pieces like that. So I've been trying to channel one of my best friends who always says, "Oh, that is beautiful. Does it sell well?" And if the answer is no, it doesn't sell well, then I guess you're a collector and not a reseller. So I channeled Susan on that one. That was chipped. It was really beautiful. And actually Italian, I believe that was Italian pottery, does sell well. Fused glass, I think it's beautiful. I know that our friend Jocelyn does well with fused glass. I actually don't. So hopefully someone who does well with it picked that up after me. This was the cutest creamer. I don't think it was anything that special, but and I don't tend to buy separate cream and sugars. I'm not even sure I usually buy a set these days. I thought this bowl was adorable. It was like a handmade sort of Hadley style rabbit, but then it said Danny. So now I have to find someone who likes a Hadley art pottery look and rabbits, and his name has to be Danny, or maybe Danielle. Too small a market. This caught my eye. I don't know the direct translation, but basically, wine makes us tell the truth or something like that. But I thought it was actually a beautiful piece, so I picked that up. And I haven't seen that one before. It might be modern, like Williams-Sonoma. I'm not 100% sure. I did look it up, but the research was varied. The results were. Just scanning for more treasures here. Not finding too much. So I got excited about this decanter, although I can't say decanters do great for me. But I'm not quite showing it to you yet because I'm investigating, really investigating, sorry about that, some hairline cracks. I'll show you the full piece. It had several hairline cracks. I had to leave it. It broke my heart. I love those lions. I did a quick skim through the clothing, but there were a lot of clothing shoppers on this night, and it was relatively picked over. I grabbed a couple of pieces for myself. Just a cardigan, a couple of pieces for myself. But there wasn't a lot in the dresses. This was a neat vintage dress. Not quite, I couldn't get past the cringe factor for me. But like 70s, 80s probably. I feel like some people could rock this. But I have to find things that I might actually wear, and I don't think I would wear that at this point. I'm maybe not that bold, or the memory of that era is too clear in my mind. That was such a pretty color. I did not want to spend quite that much. That print was pretty nice. Some days I have the stamina for the clothing racks, and I did not on this particular outing. I did grab this satin shacket, probably 80s, 90s, super cute, interesting color. I don't know if it was faded or meant to be kind of ombre. It went in the cart. There's one of my cardigans. I'm not sure why, but I'm totally exhausted. I put in a pretty full day today. I think people underestimate the work it takes to be a reseller. Like the processing and the pricing and the researching. Anyway, I don't think I'm exhausted from that 45-minute trip through the thrift store. I only picked up a few items. Probably the best thing that I got was that ceramic or porcelain tray by Fornasetti. This name became known to me a few years ago when I bought a large serving tray that was really beautiful, but I kind of wasn't sure I should buy it because trays don't sell that great for me, and then it sold for $1,000. So I pay attention to that name when I see it, and you should too. Fornasetti. It's pretty easy to decode. Fornasetti. So look for those. I'm not sure how much that exact one is worth. It does have significant wear around like the gilding, but a pair of trays that are similar, they're like jewelry or trinket dish trays, were like $700 online. I don't think mine's half of that or even a quarter of that based on condition, but it wasn't chipped or cracked. So that was pretty awesome. I bought a few clothing items for myself. So no flipping there, no profit there. I'm not sure about that satiny 80s like shacket. I can't decide if that's going to go in the booth or not. It's really cool, and I can't even tell if it's supposed to be different colors or if it got faded over time, but I think that's what makes me want to keep it, because it's got this sort of, not iridescent, I don't know, it just has a really cool colorway, we'll call it. And then I put the little votive holder back because it had some chips, and I got that Invito Veritas jug. It's like a private joke between me and one of my friends. Not that private, I guess, but I think it would make a really cool vase. I'm not sure I would serve wine out of it, although sangria seems like it could be good. And I saw varying prices on that, from like 25 to like 65, so I'm not sure, but it was in good shape, and I thought it was really cool, and many people can relate to the love of wine and how it might make you tell the truth even when you shouldn't. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this little trip. Didn't have a lot of time, wanted to be really discerning today. I actually took most of that time being discerning because I've been processing so much from the weekend's haul, which you know, and so that was good for me to do that. Anyway, I hope that you get to go out shopping soon. You get to find some awesome things. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out. I appreciate it. Leave a comment if you like. I will see you soon. And remember to never stop searching. Bye, guys.